I stand firmly in the fact that I'm one of the best to ever do this. For the culture, for my coast, and for my city. This is the best rapper in L.A.Podcast. And I'm your host, Murs. What up, though? And we back. Yeah. I just did the end of Murs for President a couple days ago. We've been behind. We've been late. I'm sorry. We're going to try to get y'all back to Tuesdays. Yeah. Haven't missed a week yet. Thank you, Rob. Thank y'all for your patience. This is a big transition for me, man, in this time.
Tonight's one, ladies and gentlemen. Can I ask you a question? Since they always ask, are you going to do another record with Murs? That'll be the fourth one, man. Is that too many? Is 4 too many? Huh? I always look at it like this. People wish Nas would have kept working with Large Professor and everything. And to me, Knife Wonder's the new Large Professor. So as long as he's giving me beats, I'm going to keep rapping with him. Our next record's going to be called Fornever.
This comes and then Varsity Blues too, so we'll go back to back. It's hard to remember, my friends. Hard to remember. We got a deal with SRC. It was my management and I, when I decided that I was getting married and moving to Tucson. Sitting in my $80,000, $85,000, whatever, sports car in my expensive apartment in expensive-ass L.A., hearing Brother Ali tell me about his house and his family, I was like, I got to get it together, bro. I got to get it together. Like, I was outside. I think we talked about the robbery. I've been robbed once. Very likely could have killed some people. And the only answer was to staying in L.A. and protecting my life really was, to me, start carrying a gun again and hanging out. I was going to Hyde. It was one of the first only black people in Hyde when I was popping on Sunset. I was drifting, bro. Pouring stars. All right, yeah, so Melrose is about to come, but all this is, we were definitely recording Melrose. Melrose me and Terrace decided to do it during Murs for President, so 2007, and it came out 2011. Chasing Terrace down between all the huge shit he had going on was challenging.
What up, though? This is Murs. Oh, my boy Terrace Martin. And this is Melrose, man. You know what I'm saying? It's where you come to get fly, man. Check out the hot chicks. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy a sunny Southern California day. You know what I'm saying? It's not about no gang banging and no selling no dope, man. This is Melrose, man. It's about, you know what I'm saying, just fly, having a good time.
We recorded that at maybe 3 or 4 different houses over the years. Like, it was different rappers in LA that are famous now, that are some of them have been famous and not famous anymore. Like, this was the breeding ground. Like, this is, all the LA rappers are young. Like, this is prime LA time for what happened with LA was happening on the underground. Like, I was seeing it. Another reason a lot of these dudes ended up on paid dues is because they were sleeping on Terrace floor or couch or coming through for Terrace. That Terrace was putting me on to new rappers from the city all the time. I was getting mixtapes to swap me, walking through Inglewood, like just running into people that were just uber talented. Terrace was working on Hear My Dear, which is one of my favorite Terrace Martin albums.
God knows what's best for you and me. He put us together like harmony. But
shot the video for one song, our song, at my mom's house. And then, you know, like Anwar Carrots pulls out. Shout out to him. I just seen him at the zoo with his beautiful family. But a young Anwar, like 09, 2010, like Verbs, like Reverie, like all of these people are like just, you know, the TDE homies, Scheme, Nip, like we shoot the Fresh Kicks video at Nip's place, like he's starting to bubble. God bless him.
Kid game stupid, homie, stepped off the kiss herb. Too fly for home, so I'm gone like the biz herb. Smelling like is herb, Snoop Dogg herb. Got me on tour and couture with the Miss herbs. Air Force candy with the custom painted low. Adidas looking clean like a Grammy on the flow. In and out the beam.
It was just a wild time to be LA, and I had moved to Tucson. I missed out on a lot. That's not on my list of regrets because I don't think I would have been, I would have been incarcerated or dead, for sure. I didn't have the temperament to be extorted. I wasn't going to pay anybody to go outside. I wasn't going to pay anybody to go outside with me. And I definitely wasn't taking no shit. I take a little more shit now, I'm proud to say. So this is just a wild time. And in the midst of this chaos, like walking out of Warner Brothers with my songs and immediately being able to jump into another deal, I could have gotten to position myself where, like, there's talk of different labels wanting, because I was with the West Coast Management Company, if I must say so myself. So, like, you know, me, Terrace, and a bunch of other people who I don't know if they want to be named or not, but we had the power to go wherever we wanted. Shout out to, like, Chuck Dizzle Head. Like, everybody was outside. It was homegrown radio. I don't know if they had moved, if they were on market yet, but it was just, you know, the Madden party. Around this time I did 2K, I think it's 2K or NBA Live. Which one is it? I don't know, one of those games, bro. But it's on streaming. It's me, J-Rock, Kurupt, DJ Quick, and Kendrick doing the hook.
Now I'm the one that you call when it's time to ball. And with my West Coast, it's a 3-peat y'all. Came on lock from the top of the key. Murs, Quick, and J-Rock is hot. We hit for 3, we here. Meant to be, no fear for enemies. You feel the energy, we near infinity. We timeless. Rhymes just find us to speak through. About to put the full court press on your weak crew. You can't defend, you fake, you so pretend. It's up and going in. Now watch me go for 10. Star in my own right, you better play your zone tight.
Like, this is just shit that was happening. Like, people were just different studio sessions, like it was happening, but this is very pre-Section 80 dot and, you know, pre-Strange Music J-Rock. Like, J-Rock's in a weird place. Wiz is in a, like, everybody's floating around LA. Like, it's just a weird, crazy, energetic time. Rostrum, I think, is moved out here at this time. And I'm aware of it, but not really, because I like, really, like, at the end of the tour, when I got better, I had the first call with my ex-wife, and that just moved really fast. I saw it out. I like, cool. Always wanted to live in Tucson. It's one of my favorite places. I'm like, cool. You know, I was really into marrying a black woman. Like, I want a black woman that wants to live in Tucson, that loves Tucson, that doesn't want to leave Tucson. Great. She wasn't living in Tucson at the time, but I was like, this is how I wanted to end. Let's just wrap this up real quick before I get shot or shoot somebody or go to jail. Still with that mentality. Like, this is like, I have like that moment with Ali, and there's just another not so much when I got robbed, I was already like, that was great, you know, because that presented clear and present danger. The trauma I was used to living with. I know how to fucking handle this real quick. You know, like going through that whole scenario, like I wasn't shaking, I wasn't scared, I was nothing. I was ready for that, and that's when I started to realize I live my life ready for that. I've been waiting. The joke is, you know, or I wish a nigga would. Like, that's how most of us live. A lot of us. If you with the bullshit, like, I can't say it enough. Like, there's some part of me, is whether it's genetic or whatever, or let's just to make it more universal. Not wish I could. What is the corporate way of saying that? I am always ready to go the distance. You know what I mean? Like, just worst case scenario, I'm always ready for. And I guess maybe it's being a pessimist. Like, I always say that I'm not an optimist or a pessimist. I'm just, you know, glass not half full. There's, you know, 4 ounces of water in a cup of glass. That's it. Excited for the worst case scenario, bro. I don't know if you can imagine that state of mind, but yeah, I'm living in one of the most expensive apartment complexes in LA. I'm driving a very expensive car. Yet, what excites me the most is a motherfucker thinking that they could take my Sidekick 3 and get away with it. I am ready. I am ready to bring the wrath, bro, over the smallest thing. Not saying maybe I should move. And then, no, but then, yeah, then I hit me with like Ali, that moment. And I had a breakdown where I had to call my mom. It's been a couple times in my life I had to call my mom to extrapolate further and go further off track. What we do is not normal. When people say, a lot of like we talk about like me trying to figure out how to make a hit record or make like a great album is me saying to myself, like moving from Def Jux, not working with living legends. Like I'm not loyal to people, but I'm not getting the results I want. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. When I heard that, it made complete sense. So there's that part of it. But the duality of that statement is rappers, and God bless them, always use hieroglyphics just because they are not Souls of Mischief because they have the song. But they've been doing 93 Till Infinity for 30 years. Quite possibly 100 times at least a year for 30 years. Was that 3,000 times, 30,000 times? I think that's 3,000 times. I'm not a criminal. I can't read. That's a lot of doing the same thing. And I guess you're not expecting different results, but the repetitive nature of that, like you getting up and you have to do this song that you do every night for a different room of people. Some people are similar. It's just not natural. That's not how it happens. That's not how life was. Like you do the same task, but like the fame that goes along with it, hundreds to thousands of people watching you do the same thing every night, wanting you to do the same thing every night, wanting you to be this fraction of the person that they know and understand from your music. Fame is a very weird thing. And having a career as a musician is a very weird thing that's only existed for hundreds of years and thousands of years of humanity and human history and thousands of years of human art and music. So what we're dealing with when people crack, when people break, when people send out a bad tweet, like you have to realize that the very few of us that do this for a career are dealing with some new psychosis and some new shit. Or maybe it's not new, but it's a rare thing. So I had that moment when I was in a hotel, and then this moment, I remember walking in my apartment and thinking like around this time, like I had been out of the breakup, and then the ex I had broken up with, it was like one of our moments of relapsing or being friends or whatever. She like, I think tried to hurt me with, your uncle said that thing, the thing where he says that I buy toys and shit because I didn't have a childhood. And I was like, I just wish you would have told me that to my face. It's great feedback. I thank you. And then that kind of triggered me because I was looking like I had a Kazik, like one of those bunnies that have a cigarette in his mouth. And like I had this whole display case that I mounted myself from fucking IKEA, a high mount, like above my head, like over 6 feet mounted in the center of the wall. Like I'm very proud of this bookshelf set I bought. And my Transformers were up there and everything. I'm looking at that and I'm like, I'm also buying these things because I didn't plan on living past 18. I didn't plan on being 25, 28. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to do? I didn't even want the record deal. Like most people get the record deal and they want to be famous. Like I was forced into a major record label deal. I'm just on autopilot creating. I'm a hustler. I'm creating businesses. I'm creating, like I was hosting Al Gore's TV show. For Current TV by Al Gore. I was making a festival. I was a model for Hurley. I was an A&R for the label. Like I just had to create multiple streams of revenue and make money to stay busy. But for what? I knew that I had the behavior of a serial monogamist and I kind of like kids, but the 14 or 13-year-old me that set me on this trajectory definitely never wanted to have kids. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What am I doing? I called my mom. I was like, I don't have a fucking plan. I'm just, after Murray's Revenge, after 316, after Murray's Revenge, like I said, I had rap with E40. I had rap with John Cena. I've been to WrestleMania. Like I could buy all the comic books I wanted. I've been to Comic-Con. Like what the fuck am I doing? Like I had nothing. Cause I didn't want to be like, being famous wasn't a part of it. I wanted to go platinum. I just wanted to be a great rapper. My peers were respecting me. Like, and the people I looked up to became my peers. Man, what was it about at this point? Q-Tip told me I was a shit. Like, whoa, what do I do now? And got the Hernia on Tech Nine's tour. right after like having another medical issue with lightning, get shot in the dick with the lightning of the Most High. My dick was the Capitol building, and God sent down the Bad Brains logo, like type shit. Where am I at? Fuck it. This person seems nice. They want to move to Tucson. I'm out of here. And I got up out of there, man. I got up out of LA, off into the sunset. My management, it's like, we're getting this label deal. I was offered, like, they were having certain rappers that were coming home from jail or like trying to revive their careers. And like, they're like, Murs and you guys, you're a powerhouse of a management company. Plus you are connected to a very large marketing firm. So you got marketing and management under one house. And then Murs with paid dues has an eye for talent. And he's like, also still, I was booking, Dog Pound, J Electronica, D1, all these things. He has his hand on the pulse. And he's also a face of a label of a rapper that, shows up to the meetings on time, speaks in complete sentences, doesn't show up high, whatever, doesn't have an entourage. Like I was easy to deal with. I am a rapper that makes white corporate people comfortable. Here's a label deal. We want to sign all these artists, but we don't want to manage them. We're giving artists these advances, and then they're not turning in their records. They're not giving us this on time. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. We don't want to do that. We want you to be the proxy, and we'll give you your own label. So he asked me what I want to label. So if you look, Fornever is on Team Taco Records. So they signed me, and they gave me a ninth advance to cut our record, and then we were supposed to be working out the rest of the distribution deal. I was at odds because it was suggested strongly that we own the masters in perpetuity. And there was a bag attached to this label deal, and everybody's ready to go. But I was like, I had to yell out, and this is kind of also where soon after this, I break with my management because I'm like, I'm not okay with that. And I don't know if they were okay with it, but I was strong. Like when it was proposed and it was like a hard, like either this or no, I was like, nah, man. Like what LP did for me, I want to do for everyone else. And I think he's the only indie label I know that, I think Hyro's like a more of a crew insular thing. And I don't know everybody's business. So let me shut the fuck up. But from my experiences, L is the only motherfucker that would give people their masters back. 316 in the beginning are mine and ninths now. And we'll get to that later, but it turned out to be a tremendous asset. Just even on a spiritual level, on a cultural level, like it's what hip hop should be without adopting the values of the music industry. Hip hop was created outside of the music industry. And when hip hop aligns its tenets and its morals and its moral compass with that of the industry, it usually always ends in disaster. It may be good financially, but it's never great for the culture, or it's never the most beneficial. There's never a thing that's 100% bad, but it's never the best. And I couldn't do that. I was like, nah. If I can't sign, listen, this guy wasn't even in the mix, but like if I can't sign Talib Kweli and make sure Talib gets his masters back in 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. If there's not no reversion of masters, I can't. I don't want to own anyone's music. What the fuck do I look like? Becoming a mini Warner Brothers. A lot of indie rap labels say they're indie, but they're just mini majors. That's all. That's all. If you're not giving your artist ownership, you're just a mini major, and that's fine. But just call it what it is, bro. So shout out to L, shout out to Def Jux. I'm flying back into it. I haven't been gone from LA that long. I don't even know if, I got off the Tech 9 tour and I bought my first piece of income property, which I lived on. And my grandfather, I really wanted a house. I really wanted to call it quits, bro. I wanted to be like a people, what is it? Locke said, gangsters don't die, they get chubby and move to Miami.
Gangsters don't die, they get chubby and move to Miami, yo. Still I got my swammy, yo. Raises up in cameo.
But I couldn't look at myself at 28 years old, winding up in L.A. County Jail or winding up in a California State Correctional Facility for possession of a firearm or attempted murder or murder when I have opportunity to make millions and change lives is irresponsible. But I couldn't, like, now I understand it when it's explained. It wasn't post-traumatic stress. Like, I need to heal outside of this environment before I come back to it. If that's the case. Or I need to just remove myself from the environment completely and don't return. And I definitely have a problem with having multiple sex, but like I don't know if it's an addiction or like that's not helping me either. I was in some very, very sticky situations, literally and figuratively. Waking up in the morning like, what did we just do? What did I just do? Whose house am I in with whose ex-girlfriend, current girlfriend? You know, like just for me, like, you know what I mean? Like also like waking up in the hills in a house with nothing but, you know, non-black people, like, yo, anybody can say anything at this point. You know what I mean? This is right before the cat stack started happening. I think we said that, like, I probably would have been a victim of that. Like I was wilding. I was slipping. Never really listened to the whole DMX song, but I heard here it's powerful. But yeah, I was slipping, falling.
Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I got to get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling.
So I had to get up, man, and get the fuck out. So did the Tech 9 tour. I got the hernia, and I had kind of, what else was weird about the Tech 9 tour? I might could do a podcast on Patreon about, but I had the hiccups for like 3 weeks straight, and I didn't understand it was because of acid reflux. My dumbass eating Taco Bell and Dr. Pepper every night and then laying down in the bunk. A lot of artists I know, or a couple artists I know, and thank you to Sean Daly for like diagnosing me and giving me like everything that, you know, was happening to him was happening to me just a little later. It's crazy. Like, you know, he has me, him, and Ali all have 4 kids. Like, it's just crazy. But that, like, I think we like that bond. That God Loves Ugly tour was a motherfucker. Life bonded us.
Make some noise for Atmosphere. Hides the eyes beneath the bill of the cat that walks amongst the flies that hover over the map. Here lies, but only when there's a reason. Vicious life by the tragedy, the comedy, the season. Pouring, handling, and managing income. But got enough love to pass around and then some. Been done that, there a name you can trust. Read the matchbook and put a flame to the brush. He's good with pets, rips up sets.
Are you eating and you lay in your bus bunk in the bus? Your stomach acids are just rolling over your esophagus. As a bus, because the bus is like a C motion. It's not quite like a C, but it's a very smooth moving that digestive fluid through your upper, whatever, respiratory or digestive tract. And however, doctors out there, correct me. If you're a doctor listening to this podcast, I wonder why. But I love you. Thank you. Get back to work. Yeah, it fucked up my digestive system still to this day. So I had hiccups for 3 weeks, not like hiccups like straight. So I think that also maybe added to why I ripped the lining of my intestines or whatever, my stomach, whatever the inguinal hernia I got probably was that too. Combined with the fact that I was literally coming out shirtless to Madhouse by Chasing Status and rapping over it because I knew the juggalos and technicians were ready to boo me if my show was weak. So I would come off already with my shirt off with the loudest. It was dubstep at the time, but this is 09 before dubstep was in fucking AT&T commercials.
Welcome to the Madhouse.
Shout out to Magi for putting me up on all the UK newness, PG tips, grime, British pirate radio, everything. So I came out on their necks, just screaming from jump. But especially, I think in that genre, drum and bass was Def Jungle. All that shit's kind of new to a lot of juggalos into Midwestern America. Like, yelling and jumping and toe touches. And some people will say that I did backflips. I'm going to let that legend live. Doing backflips, quote unquote. That's a whole nother story. Remind me to tell you about that. In a Boost Mobile commercial, my backflips. Yeah, man. I got off that tour with a hernia, but the 3 weeks, so I would drink in order to not have hiccups during my set was 30 minutes every night. So I would just down a water, a whole like 20 ounce, 16 ounce Aquafina on the side of the stage and then go out, and it would keep the hiccups down. And if sometimes it would start during the set, I would go down another glass of water. And if hiccups in my sleep, I couldn't get a full night's sleep because I wake up with the hiccups. It was bad. And I thought, oh, is this like some like deathly illness, blah, blah, blah. And really it was just motherfucker, take Zantac, which now I find out taking Zantac is a risk for terminal illness. And so is the mesh that they put over my inguinal hernia. So that's a lot. That says a lot, like I said. So I debate whether I should have taken that tour. Knock on wood, but I'll be all right. But after that tour, I made enough to purchase my first personal property. I wanted to just use that money and just use my royalties and throw paid dues and come to L.A. to do paid dues, do market research for paid dues, record when I wanted to, kind of chill out and just live. But I bought a triplex. I lived in one unit. Me and my ex-wife, cool, maybe not even talking really about kids, maybe adopting one day. Cool. We're good. And flew into L.A. to do Fornever. I thought I was going to run the label. The label didn't work out, but still me and Knife wanted to do it. I wanted to have him in my hood for once, do a West Coast record. People loved L.A., and we got to misread because we never put out Sweet Lord. Like Breakthrough and all that. Like I thought Breakthrough was cringy, but it wasn't. But it would have been better. Me and Knife need to tell our whole story. Having Ninth it doesn't feel right to me having Ninth Wonder, me and Ninth on a album that he didn't produce altogether. Even once we get to The Iliad is Dead and the Odyssey is over. That, I love the Soul Council, but I think it's just I might have been better just because I'm not humbly as far like I'm so prolific, like I could write raps. It might have been better if I just stayed and for a month, 5 weeks, and just made 5 albums with each, just an intense album with one with Crisis, one with Cash, one with Knots, one with Eric G, and one with Ninth, and just made a quintuple 50-song album. Damn, makes me want to come out of retirement now and do that. Like that would have been probably the best idea for the Iliad, but me and Ninth need time to get our whole shit off. We need Love and Appreciate, The Breakthrough, and I'm Innocent, and 7 more songs in there for it to make sense. But we didn't get a good read because we released Sweet Lord on the underground. So I'm thinking we should change it up. And maybe we shouldn't have changed it up. Maybe we should just went to North Carolina, kept the formula. But I was like, I want Ninth. And like, I don't, like a lot of the motherfuckers ain't giving me my props. Like I said before, a lot of West Coast producers didn't fuck with me. And a lot of West Coast rap that was boom bap was sounding like New York. And I didn't like that. And I just finished giving New York the ultimate praise. But I don't think imitation is the best form of flattery. It's the cheapest, easiest way to flatter someone. The best way to show someone inspired you is to create something new. Me rapping about gangster shit the way Ice Cube did is not showing respect, the ultimate respect to him. The ultimate respect is me building my own lane. Me, when we get to strange music, me coming to strange music and making music and all of a sudden wearing face paint or talking about depression only, or like, it's not an asset. Like, that's another reason I didn't want a tech feature on any of my records until I really felt I wanted one. I want to be an asset. Thank you for this opportunity, Tech. Thank you for this opportunity, O'Shea Jackson. Thank you for this opportunity. LL Cool J. Thank you for the inspiration, Freestyle Fellowship, but I'm not going to rap like fast. I want you guys show me that it's okay to do something different. But maybe we didn't need to do something different for this, but I wanted to do something different and bring my boy to the West Coast and host him. And he brought E. Jones, who's a phenomenal rap producer. That's another person to it. So it'll be a 6-song album, do an E. Jones record. I don't think E. Jones made the Iliad as Dead as Odyssey is over, because I made a weird ass song about going to Disneyland, which I may play here. I made a song about coming into the park and going through every world and every ride and eating at all the best places and then leaving. The whole song, no chorus. I think I sent it to Noah James and the homie, the Attic Collector, who works at Disney. He showed it to people who work at Disney. Like one of those songs, that, like a Disney secret that's out there. I may post it on, I think I may have posted it on Patreon. I think Patreon, you guys can go through the archives and hear it. But E. Jones didn't make the record. But E. Jones came out. This is my introduction to E. Jones. He wasn't part of the True School crew when I was hanging in the Sweet Lord, Murray's Revenge era. He plays a lot of stuff. So it's now what people always criticize Ninth for is not having live shit and whatever. So now he has live shit, but with the feel. So to me, that's that's the West Coast boom bap. That is West Coast boom bap. And all those producers that start fucking with me, I would say any MC from L.A., for the most part, got introduced to Little Brother and Ninth Wonder via 316. A lot of them, well, not all of them, because my friend is from the West Coast and he introduced me to Ninth Wonder. But I'm not, just on, like, generally speaking, you know, I don't know if they're going to give me credit, but I'm going to fuck them. They're my brothers. Like, I don't know if the Terrace Martin Ninth Wonder thing happens. I'm working with both of them on Murs for President. That's the first time they worked together or on the same project. I don't even know if they were in similar sessions. But I definitely helped make a name for Ninth out on the West Coast. And with a song like L.A. produced by him, you know, I felt like, yeah, like, you got to come out. And he's like, I don't know where this whole motherfuckers hate the West Coast shit comes from, but like, he loves the West Coast. He loves all hip hop. But I think also it's easier for him because he's North Carolina. So some people don't consider them the South. I consider them the South. I think they consider themselves the South, but they're not the East Coast, but they're the West Coast. They love everything. They didn't really have identity that forced them to choose, I don't think. But I'll let them tell it. I knew he would appreciate it. E. Jones comes out. I'm either newlywed or about to be married. And we still stick to the 5 days. We have, I forgot, it's called Purple Rain Studios. Shout out to Kenobi, who is our engineer, who's also a magnificent producer, singer, artist in his own right. So, and he worked with me a lot for Murs for President. So I have an engineer / producer, and he hits it off with them, of course. So we have a fucking blast doing this record. Some of these concepts Nice came with, and I think that's kind of like me picking beats. I probably should have maybe pushed back, but I don't know if he came with the concept or I did. I can't remember, say for sure. But yeah. And also doing pay dues, I started booking like 2010. I had just booked, I think that's the 2010 is the Dog Pound year. And it was dope, man. We were coming off our biggest year of pay dues, and I was like, now I've done as much indie as I can, and I brought Tech 9 over. Now, you know, excuse my language, it's time to bring some more niggas over. We gotta put some melanin in this fucking lineup. So boom, J Electronica, People Under Stairs, I think Ice Cube, Raekwon, Pigeon John, Devin the Dude. Like but now people are like, oh shit, Murs is providing an opportunity. So I have a lot more West Coast rappers. The youth are like, okay, he's fucking with us. Like he's, you know, this has never really been done on the West Coast. Like I'm bringing Knife Wonder out. I'm letting Verbs and Reverie meet him. I'm bringing them in. And so we got Kurupt. And I had made a friendship with Kurupt. I met Kurupt, I forget which video. It was a Terrace Martin video with DJ Quick at a mansion with girls in bikinis in a pool. And I was like, holy shit, I'm here. Like this is something I talked about.
I took 2 nickels, made a dime out of it. I took 2 words and made a rhyme out of it. It's hard to explain it, but I did it while I'm painting, steady ripping while I'm dipping, put the shine on it. Yeah, I check my rear view. I tip it down a little just to get a clear view. I got the pigs on me, I got the dibs on me, so I slide and swerve and try to dib on me.
I think I'll say this. It was just like somebody was like, I was wandering around like, and I think the dude who like learning their politics, like once somebody had like fought with somebody in the on the gangster side of the rap shit, and he was, you know, it was early Instagram or something or Facebook, whatever. So I was like, let's all get in a flick. And somebody on my management team or somebody was like, hey, don't you get in that picture, motherfucker. And I was like, whoa, y'all really be on some shit. Like that was another reason I moved. I'm like, I'm seeing how these motherfuckers have to move. And I'm like, man, I thought we started rapping so we didn't have to do that. But the West Coast has always been very authentic. What you see in the front, you're not gonna last if you don't know the politics and you can't play the game if you're not have some street acumen. So I was like, that was another, you know, leading me to leave to Arizona. But I'm at this party, and like I have a reputation now as a, you know, I'm the backpacker that's kind of hood that like, but I'm the East Coast kind of guy. That like, I'm a rapper. But I guess I went off that tangent. Yeah, like East Coast, a lot of East Coast sounding West Coast producers who idolized Ninth Wonder didn't fuck with me until I had a Ninth Wonder beats. And now they're all of a sudden they want to be friends, but most of them just want to meet Ninth. Yeah, man. I could talk about a lot of weird shit, but I'm not. I think one of my favorite articles on me, if I could say that humbly, was with Matt Deal and Vibe. And just to be able to say that, like I'm in Vibe magazine, wearing Seventh Letter, shout out to them. But me having like, he was like documenting me like on the bus outside the Roxy, like changing out of my like platinum FUBU clothes and my G-Unit sneakers and like unhooding myself to go in and put on my skate highs and some jeans and a hoodie and rap for my non-urban fans. And I didn't consciously do that. It's just what I did. When especially at LA show, like, all right, like I drive from South LA or wherever I'm at in the hood to Hollywood. Most people leave their hotel in Hollywood or come from Calabasas or from the Valley. Like I come from the shit. I never left. And even if I wasn't living in LA before the show, I'm on Cloverdale. I'm with my brother. I'm somewhere where, in Black LA. I'm not, nah. Afterwards, I usually stay in Hollywood because, I come from also the era where cruising Sunset, like walk like a man, like you're going to get pulled over. You don't want to be driving drunk home from Hollywood. LAPD is licking their chops, so to speak, waiting for niggas leaving Hollywood clubs intoxicated or with warrants or with a broken taillight. This is the only time I got stopped for not stopping. People jaywalk. It's Hollywood. Everybody's jaywalking, walking across Sunset, but I got pulled over for crossing the crosswalk while someone was still in it, but I wasn't a danger to them. But anyway, that Matt Deal article on Vibe was like, yeah, really like made me aware of my dichotomy and duality. But and that's another thing too, is like a lot of my rap friends never, unless they're with me or my brother, like L has been to the real LA, Mr. Lin, like you got to come with me or, some other, and I think now this new generation is better about it. But back then, like motherfuckers wasn't taking motherfuckers to the real LA, a lot of them, unless you had a gangster rap friend. But like the LA hip hop dudes and then bringing their New York or out of town motherfuckers was, on Melrose at best, and maybe not even that. So I was like, nah, we're going to do the album in Inglewood, at Purple Rain. As soon as we get you touched down, I'm taking you to Earl's on Crenshaw and Exposition. This is when before I made this song, shout out Earl's, and the homie Carrie, or I think whoever was there was like, oh, Murph, that's the dude that made the song. I love Murph, yeah, you want a beef dog, Murph? So, oh, the beef dog's for him. Okay, that's nice. When he wasn't like aware of, I don't think, Ninth, and we weren't really who we were yet, My nigga Murph and Beef Dog. Murph and Beef Dog. Wonder why they call him Beef Dog.
Beef and Murph Dog.
Beef and Murph Dog. Murph and Beef Dog.
Don't be scared of Crenshaw, the Slauson Super Mall, or Earl's Hot Dogs, man, you gotta do it, y'all. Come on.
But yeah, like we're going to Earl's, we're going to Doolin's. We are doing Black LA, bro. We're going to Slauson, and we're going to do this record, and we're going to have Kurupt on it, called Kurupt. Kurupt said, great. I went to pick up Kurupt with my little brother, and because I wanted to, not that he was like, have somebody to, I just, like, after I learned, like, okay, shit, motherfuckers really still have to move in a certain way. I'm like, cool, I'll bring my a lot more, if I even have to say adjacent, a lot more Crip adjacent street affiliated brother who's also a huge individual. And it's just in case, no burners, no, just, he could drive, we can hang, me and Kurupt could hang out and talk. And went to pick him up. He came to the studio. He's telling all kinds of, oh yeah, we did this record for Death Row back over. Me and Snoop used to do this over here. Like he just had, man, I know. And that's another thing about Night. Like he enjoyed being in the studio with Kurupt, and it was just such a moment for him, like it was for me. Like, and then when he got in, when you see somebody who's worked with Dr. Dre rap in real life, you understand it, bro. There's a level of excellence, a level of precision, an air of professionalism that is unmatched. I haven't seen it, you know, like seeing Snoop work and seeing Dog and Kurupt work, you know. And then okay, when you pick up Kurupt, like he's on the computer with FaceTime or whatever with Daz. I get these like, tell Daz what up, nigga, what up? I'm like, man, I'm at Daz and Kurupt, and me and Daz are talking about like, let me see you some beats and blah. I'm just like, wow, this is it, bro. This is really happening. And I definitely wanted to release this record at Pay Dues on the West Coast with the most mixed lineup, most culturally fully representative of the culture, a full spectrum of culture on the stage. And yeah, Knife played the beat. He picked the 10 beats. Like I said, I think he told me what songs were about what. Fornever was one, just like something that I had kind of just heard and, you know, said, and like, you know, like I don't know if it's appropriating Chicano slang, so sorry, someone could check me on it, but it's LA to me, and I wanted to do that, and also like I wanted to, you know, represent for my fan base. Like after I did LA and like got Dodger season ticket, I was like, oh, like a lot of, and then even tour like Chicago has, if you don't know, has a lot of like Mexican American influence, a lot of Chicano and Mexican kids there and people, and so like they're pulling up to the shows. I'm like, whoa, you know, it's I'm like, okay, cool. These are the people who vibe with me, and I definitely it's part of who I am growing up. So let's throw something in there. You can tell from the cover, or just, you know.
Listen, forever, man, you'll never be better than Murs and Nice wanna welcome you to Neverland. He press play and my imagination run wild on your best day. You only got one style. We multitask, we multifaceted. You soak up my style, then you try to repackage it. We mastered this, no rookie mistakes here. Something like a mix between Tookie and Shakespeare. Classic competition, man, we killing compositions. Catalog consistent, it's compelling you to listen. True poetry, we do it how it's supposed to be. Cause right before I write it, I imagine you quote me.
Tabernacle, pterodactyl, apple kush plants. Medical shops, I go and sample kush plants. I'm the first, the worst, diverse ocean. Wrote a vibe, vibrant, verse serpent. Lil' mama, no drama. Osama, Obama. She say I'ma do it to a proper, and she ain't never lie. Come and bring it to your pop. I got movie roles, baby, I'm up for Oscars. Kick the game like football and soccer. Lanes get maimed, perpetrators get penetrated. I cock it, I pop it, don't knock it, stop it. I got it, I lock it, rockets, cop doxes. For real, I got that NATO appeal. Too much game, too much skill. I'm smashing. If Snoop won't fuck Kim Kardashian, I will off a bill. Feeling myself, cause this is how I feel. I'm too real, I'm too trill, and y'all never seen a guy like me. Or anybody fly like me. I raise they hoes, don't say no.
Yeah, forever, man. You never be merchandise. Wonder welcome you Netherlands. You press play. My imagination run wild on your best day. You only have one style. Multitask, multifaceted. Pick up your styles and you try to repackage, remaster. There's no rookie mistakes here. Something like a mix between Tookie and Shakespeare. Yeah, man, just rap shit. But like once again, like usually I came up with those first 2 lines before me and Ninth even play a beat. Like when we go to decide we're going in, I name the record and I kind of come up with this intro, and it's always the last song we did. So maybe Kurupt came on the last day of this record, and then he just gave us Live from Roscoe, like, let's do something else. Like I said, like studio rap, like we only need 12 bars. You and Murph do 12 bars back and forth, and he did like 24. So we just kept it, and I rapped after him on this intro. Then he went in and did my ad-libs, and it's just like watching a dog pound song come to life. I was just watching something that's been in my head and in my ears and on TV screens my whole life happen in real life. Like West, like all his ad-libs, and just, oh shit. I'm at the party. I don't know. All these girls are bikinis, and I got this reputation as being a rapper. Motherfucker, only other motherfucker to do this to me is Planet Asia. This motherfucker, Kurupt, just walks up to, what's up, Murs? Yeah. Like barred me the fuck off. Like, whoa. I'm like, bro, it's girls here. You've been rapping in my ear for 2 minutes, Kurupt. I just had, like, I had to let you know. Like, it was like a mutual respect. Like, I know you nice with your shit. Check this out. Asia, like, I would see Asia over the years, and he would just do that to me in a club. What's up, Murs? Planet Asia, I'm Asia, Deja, Crazy, with the laser, the face, the Central Cali, the Fresno Valley, the South, the bro. Them motherfuckers are some of the most rappingest, respectfully, some of the most rappingest motherfuckers ever. Kurupt pull up to Terrace House when we do a Melrose, and I'd be sleeping at Terrace House. We wake up in the morning, 7 in the morning, knock on the door, Kurupt, 24 bars right through the door. in the morning. Man. And as we talked about last, like that's the shit. That's that it's in you, it's not on you shit. Terror's playing his scales at 7 in the morning. Kurupt coming and rapping. Like it may look like gangster shit in a party, but these motherfuckers give a fuck, man. These are highly skilled professional technicians that have a lot of fun. Oh, man.
Classic competition, man, we killing compositions. Catalog consistent, it's compelling you to listen.
Catalog consistent is compelling you to listen. All that, the alliteration with the C's may or may not because I'm rapping with the super crip.
Tabernacle, pterodactyl, apple kush plants. Medical shops, I go and sample kush plants. I'm the first, the worst, the verse ocean. Wrote a vibe, vibrant, verse serpent.
Tabernacle, pterodactyl, apple kush plants. Medical shop, I stop at kush plants, bro. Vibrant, verse surfing. Lil Mama. Like he's like all the movements. Man, it's just like he's a fucking star, bro. Like when I met Boot Camp Click, like seeing Tech and Steel and Sean Price and Buck, like they just like there's an aura to that era of rap where there wasn't Instagram, where people weren't as accessible. They have an aura where it's like, oh shit, you're like you were in the days when record like that you made stars. It was crazy. The best thing is too much game, too much skill. I'm smashing. If Snoop won't fuck Kim Kardashian, I will off a pill. Like, how did that age? This is 22. This is before Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think the Ray J video may have just dropped. Like, this is that era. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, because I Ray J hoes don't say no more. Videotape them, but stay behind the camera, though. Bro, with that Kim Kardashian line, I heard that right now. I was like, oh, man.
Or anybody fly like me. I Ray J hoes don't say no more. Videotape them, but stay behind the camera, though. I gotta let you know that y'all never. You know, she was like, you know, come over here with me. I said, bitch, camera shot.
We shut it down. West Coast king shit, California swagger supreme. I mean this. Chucks and Dickies, you can't fuck with me. We got the best weed, half a zip, $1.50. I'm making money, having fun, doing great shit. It's Murs and Kurupt. Motherfucker, could you hate this? I'm dodging out. We rock the house, smoking on the front porch at my mama's house. Come see me, we take life easy. The homie fresh out said he see me on TV. That's what I do it for. This is for you and yours. We do it for the love. What the fuck you making music for?
What you do it for? What you making music for? Huh?
Then ad-libs, his ad-libs crazy. Shut down West California swagger supreme. I mean this Chucks and Dickies can't fuck with half a zippy on $1.50. Yeah. How could you hate this? Smoking on the front porch at my mama's house. Not weed, but cigarettes. Used to always smoke front porch at my mom's house with the homies. And by myself. A lot of good songs written on that porch, smoking cigarettes. We do it for the love. That's another line I had waiting in the tuck. We do it for the love. What the fuck you making music for? And then see you at the festival, man. That's I was like I was the nigga with the festival.
Never. Hey, Murs, I'ma see you at the festival, man.
Next up is The Lick, which I think Ninth came up with the concept for because of the name, but I could be wrong.
I got my house shoes on and my white t-shirt, my basketball shorts, I'm about to get some squirt. I brought my own cup with a little ice in it, cause I might mix it up and get nice in a minute. They call me ghetto, but I don't give a damn, cause I'm standing on the corner with my cup in my hand, other hand down the front of my pants, scratching my balls. They sag a little bit, so you might see my drawers. I'm on calls boss, man, I'm in my chill mode. Just got paid and I got a little bill fold. I'm feeling good, man, you can't tell me nothing. Then the homie Murs roll up, yo, what's up, man?
Nothing, homie, with the spokes, I'm on move. Trying to get some jerky and some coconut juice. Yeah, I just cranked a couple miles and the sweat is dropping down. I was set around you down. Took some Bogota and Pico, made a right, bomb some hills. And now I'm at the store with Murs, we finna chill. But now a nigga off lit thirsty, that's for real. So Verbs spins to get thirst quencher on the grill. But I ain't got no skrill. But homie, can you spot me like we working on the benches? Make sure you get some optimals and switches. I'm about to go the distance with this eye. And by the way, my nigga, can you get a can of Sprite?
What you want from the stove, man? Let a nigga know. But hurry up, fool, cause I'm ready to go.
I want a Snicker bar and a Dentine ice.
Well, if you kick your boy down with some ends, that'd be nice.
What you want from the store, man? Let a nigga know, but you need to hurry.
Chorus isn't right. Beat is dope as fuck. I mean, if I neglect to say that, like, all these beats are great to me. I love all these beats, all of them. So I learned to love L.A. It's the only one I never didn't like at first listen. Oh, the irony. I want to involve verbs. It gets tiring. It's a funny saying now. I don't like to use it, but because but sometimes you really do have to pop out and show motherfuckers. I was doing a Christmas show, and I always felt like Christmas shows would go off. My partner at Pay Dues was like, "Nah, you're gonna lose money. Christmas shows never work." No motherfuckers don't know. It's Rock the Bells. People say it's L.A., LLL, but it had little to do with LL and more to do with it was a Christmas show. Not Jingle the Bells, but Rock the Bells. It was a Christmas show. As the night hip hop stole Christmas wasn't going on, my partner wanted to jump in that mix. And I think it didn't work out for him. So it was like, motherfuckers were doubting me. So I four-walled, or like when you buy out the venue for the Vault 350 in Long Beach, and did the Christmas show. It went off. And y'all motherfuckers scared me because before pre-sale was like a big thing. Pre-sale was bad. And then the line was around the corner. I think we might have sold it out. Chase Infinite, Self-Scientific, Pigeon John, I mean, one of my favorite builds. I think, and 2Mex, if I'm not mistaken. So fun night. Christian rap homie, Sharp Skills. And that night, one of the homies said, like, a close homie was like, had a bunch of young rap friends. I was like, which one of these motherfuckers should I take on tour? They picked Verbs, and I was like, all right. So I put Verbs on the song.
Cause I'm ready to go. I want an Arizona, homie, the mango kind. That's cool, but I'ma have to keep the change this time.
What up, Murs? It's Reverie. I don't know why you be talking these fucking scary ass homies that wearing ass bitches anyways. It's too fucking scared to go to the fucking liquor store. You fucking kidding me? Well, I'ma be fucking cruising around looking for these hoes. Soon as I see them, I'ma fuck these bitches up. I'ma give them a real reason to be scared to come to the fucking hood. Shit.
Knew I was going to take Verbs on I think took Verbs on his tour, maybe the tour before. I took Verbs on tour, and then we got back. I put him on this. The download track, which we had to lose somewhere because we got sued for the free download track. And he's a motherfucker said we used it to promote the tour, and they wanted to take revenue from the entire tour based on us using his sample in the song of, bro, it was crazy. And then my lawyer, who was receiving 5% of my overall annual income, told me that I'd have to get another lawyer because he doesn't do court. Wow. It's the music industry, y'all. I'm like, it was crazy. Was it Perez Hilton reported it? Like, it was like, I was like, yo, I just bought a house, just got married. I was like, yo, I'm going to lose everything now. For a free download? We didn't even put this on the album. But I had, Verbs wrote the songs first time. Because I had time tried to like write a song from one of Snoop's something, and it didn't make it. And I was like, maybe not. I think the Ego Tripping was the one where I don't know. I wrote the song for somebody. And I was like, I'm not prepared. Like, it sounds too much like me. So like, Verbs, I'm, mentoring you. I want you to like learn. So you write for me. Learn just now to start writing for other motherfuckers. And I'll tell motherfuckers you wrote it. Like, I'm not gonna, I've written enough songs. I'm not, What else? Yeah. Just a song about going to the store in L.A. I think I was already like missing that from living in Tucson, like that community. It's a community. It's a cultural thing. I wish it wasn't a fucking way to risk your life or being incarcerated to walk into the store, but that could always happen. You could always not. Lots of shit happens on the way to the corner store, but on Cloverdale, you could basically see the store on Meadowbrook and Pico from Pico and Cloverdale. So walking there, like, rolling off my best friend's couch in the morning, nothing in the refrigerator, nothing in the kitchen. It's an extreme bachelor pad, so like you gotta go get, literally waking up to get a cinnamon roll and a soda for breakfast. Jeez Louise, what was I thinking, bro? Couldn't, maybe not brushing my teeth and getting a 40 if I really was on it that day. Like, that's it. I could walk with my shirt off because they know me at the store. Like, walking with a cup from the house with ice in it so that I could just pour my drink in there on the way back, like a soda, a squirt, and a cinnamon roll. It's a basketball shorts and house shoes and for flip-flops. Bro, like, that is just like that. I feel like that's how some people feel like going to the beach and like hanging, like that is like, oh man, sitting on the porch and having a cigarette, like that is a way to start your day. Like, like I can't even describe. So I think I was missing that. And I feel like Nice suggested it. And then, but it's like, that's their whole day revolves around at a certain age. For me, it's like it revolves on like, cause nothing cool for a 20-year-old was happening until it got dark. If you were not unemployed, if you're self-employed, like everybody's waiting for it to get dark, either for your homies to get off work so you guys can all play Bond on a 64, or you guys can all go out, or your girl gets out of class, or, she gets off of work. Like, we are just fucking, especially, some of my homies sold coke, sold guns, sold weed, you know what I mean? Some just gangbangers, like, whole different, a lot, some of them on SSI, like disability, like crazy niggas. Like, we got a cast and crew of shit going on over here. So this is just, we're just chilling.
Laying back, relaxing, cooling out with my man Malik B. We call him Slacksin'. You know what I'm saying? We in effect mode like I'll be sure for your pleasure. Hey, yo, bust it. We about to flip it on some old laid back, mellow my man tip. We gonna set it like this. Yo, check it. Bust it, lottie dottie. Who likes to party like Slick Rick the ruler? I'm cooler than the ice brick. Got soul like those Afro pics with the black fist and leave a crowd tripping like John the.
But I guess too, it's just like, that's when I'm at my relax. Like, the police could pull up anytime. I gotta throw a gun in the bushes or, something, or the rival, like the other, the motherfuckers that think we are from another neighborhood because we live in this neighborhood and we are young street kids. But, so we like the enemies, the ops, or the cops, one or the other. But those are like some of the fondest and where I feel at that point in my life, I felt most at ease. Like I said, like I am looking forward to the worst case scenario, or definitely mentally prepared for it at all times. Being at peace. I think that's like what I said, the earthquake mentality. Like, the ground moves at any given time in LA. Hopefully not anytime soon, God willing. But, we get on that. Like, I have to be ready for it to be set off at any time, because on a fucking very primal level, I know now, after years of living here, like at any time the ground can move, and I got to be okay with it because I still live here, The same thing. Anytime somebody could roll up and just start busting, like, it is what it is, And that's like another, like a younger West Coast rapper around this time was telling me, like, we're just sensitive. We kill people over colors and over initials. Like, we're sensitive people. Yeah, like, you never know. The most stable thing, like people say standing on solid ground or the foundation of this, like that doesn't mean shit in Southern California. That shit could literally shift at any given moment. There's no fucking clouds in the sky. There's no, like right now, hope everyone's safe from these hurricanes, but you have a chance, Here it's just, and the same thing, like motherfuckers could be cool 1 second and the next minute. That's one of the first Okie Dog stories. I'm just sitting there talking to him. He just turned up all of a sudden, like, whoa, what how did we get to 10? We were at -0. Like, we were drunk. We were at -3. We was chilling. Everybody was cool. And then it just went to, you want to kill me? Because why? That is normal. And in that sense of normalcy, like getting your sustenance from a store that has DVDs, music, clothing, you could literally, no pants, possibly a belt, but definitely a beanie, definitely drawers, definitely a shirt, definitely dice, definitely blue dominoes, definitely, I said new bandana, I was going to say blue bandana, but I was trying to keep it neutral. But, you know, like when you go into a liquor store and they don't sell the red bandana or they don't sell a blue bandana is when you know you are somewhere very special. Behind the bulletproof glass is drawers, Pro Club t-shirts, beanies, some brownies like the clubs, possibly like could be belts with initials, but certain letters won't be available in certain neighborhoods. Hats, you can get an NBA, not an official New Era hat, but you can get a hat. Glasses, sunglasses, condoms, combs, tres flores, some other hair products, a do-rag, Strawberry Hill, Hormel chili in a can, Top ramen, cup of noodles, any variety of liquor, champagne, wine, beer. I'm talking about hard liquor, back wall full of that. I grew up going to the store where they film Menace to Society. Ice cream, Excedrin, Advil. I'm missing some shit. At some point, Garbage Pail Kids, cards, baseball cards, lottery tickets. Man. Shout out to the Jamaican homie that used to come, a little 10, 13-year-old. Murs, man, you buy me a lottery ticket? every day. Murs, y'all gonna buy me a lottery ticket? Because he wasn't old enough, but he wanted to get one. I would buy a shout out to him. Doing really well for himself. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah, bro. It was all kind of shit. There was motherfuckers that there was not a lot of playing, but once you knew everybody, it was like, yeah, that was our watering hole. Like, you know, like, cool, wake up, roll out of bed, boom, go there. About lunchtime, go back. You know, there's no DoorDash, you know what I mean? And there's like, you can walk down to Lucy's, but if shit is hot, you don't want to walk down Lucy's. I'm not talking about the weather, but if we funkin', if it's problems in the neighborhood, even Lucy's is questionable because La Brea and Pico is a major thoroughfare. You don't know who you finna see. But, you know, go to Lucy's, you know. Like, it's not like you're not prepared, but for me, it's like I could take my burner and go wherever I want, but then if I run into the police, like, it's just like, so I'd rather not, but I'd rather come back alive with tacos. Like, it was just things that I shouldn't have to think about, but I was missing that, and that's where the song comes from. And I know Verbs, like, grew up, like, living right across the street from the Culver City projects. Like, he understands. And he said coconut juice. That's like the first person I heard say coconut juice, but coconut water in a verse. Reverie on the hook, 2010 Reverie. She was active, like showing up. She showed up to the merch booth one time. I want to introduce her to my mom's. But she's like, hey, I don't want to shake her hand because her knuckles are all fucked up. And I think the other time she was like, yeah, we were at a party with my homegirls and like, I don't know if she was tripping or what, you know, like, I don't know what she was on, liquor, drunk, high, I don't know. Reverie was a wild child. I hope she doesn't mind me saying this because it was all with love. It's my little sister, but she was just like, nah. And I was like, yeah, I was like talking to this girl. And then I was like, you know, this one girl came up, you know, I'm with my girls. And she was like, you know, I don't trip on people calling me a bitch, but I didn't know her like that. So she's like, what's up, bitch? And I'm like, who you calling bitch? And I beat that bitch's ass right there. I was like, what?
That's right, you heard me. I said I'm gonna fuck these bitches up.
She's not making it up, bro. Like, I met this girl, someone posted on my MySpace a picture of her in a Murs for President shirt, and her song was I be beating bitches up, something beats bitches up. And I met her, she was waiting outside of like a show for her mom to pick her up, and we were in Seattle. She was in Seattle. And I was like, come here, like basically in the most wholesome way, like, come here, little girl, like, get out of the rain. You could wait on the bus. It's all good. I'm not, you know. And she had came to the Tech Nine show just to see me. So I was like, come on. And when your mom comes, we'll walk you out. And so she came on the bus. We started talking. Now that you're the girl that made the video, I was like, who fuck filmed that video for you? And she's like, my dad. Now, once she said that, I was like, oh shit. And shout out to Referee's dad. That's my dude. I love that man. And her mom. I love them both. I love her whole family. But so that was the beginning of our relationship. And I was like, yo, when I do this outro, we had a homegirl that hung on Cloverdale that would be, you know, ready to beat bitches up for us. But now, you know, I never asked Reverie I wouldn't ask her to jeopardize her freedom that way. But I know she'd be down. as fuck. So I had her do the outro and just getting her name and her voice out there on a Ninth Wonder track. I was hoping, like, just this was the ground waves before ground waves, like, you know, and still like what the essence of Pay Dues was, like, I am the now, I'm bringing up the next and still infusing the old, while like Jack's on this album, Uncle Chuck for 1500's on this album, Sugar Free's on this album, just everything, man. Like, this is a West Coast boom bap album. If there's a West Coast boom, there's a lot of boom bap albums, man, on the West Coast, but motherfuckers are rapping with the 6th borough accent. I am unapologetically, thoroughly, to the core, Los Angeles, homeboy. Like, it's not, and I love boom bap. But he infused, like, E. Jones brought the live synthy, and Kenobi helped. Like, we did it. So this is our trip into Fornever. See y'all next week. 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 Thanks for listening to the Best Rapper in L.A. podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing on Spotify, Apple, wherever it is. If you like the show, leave a review on Apple Music or Spotify. And to support the podcast directly, go to patreon.com/MURS316, Murs316. See y'all next week. Peace. Peace.